Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the internet and welcome to my channel. It's me, Odio, and I'm here today to do another review for you. And it's the Invincible Season 3 finale. It is upon us. Let's get into it. So, the finale of Season 3 is upon us. Conquest has arrived to take on Mark. The Viltrumite Empire has sent a warrior of might and power. He's going to kill Mark and take over the world, and he was given the utmost instructions to do it by any means necessary. Holy cow. Is awesome. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan is voicing Conquest. So Negan is back to get you. And Glenn, who's invincible, look out, he's got a bat, bro. But yeah, this is a fight for the ages. Like, holy shit. At the end of last episode, you see them flying up to go at it with each other. And this episode, it is all out. Conquest is like, he's not your regular villain. This guy is like the epitome of evil. He's psycho, he's scary, he's angry, but he's also like in control. He's old and he's like conquered a bunch of planets. I gotta tell you, I was like, wow, if this is what all the Viltrumites are like, just 50 of them probably could conquer the galaxy. He seems like he's stronger than Omni-Man, and he is much more ruthless than any character we've seen. And we've seen some ruthless characters, but Conquest just takes the cake. This was a battle. Like, it was so good. Once the fighting gets going, you realize Mark's really in for it. He flies up, he starts punching Conquest left and right. Conquest is just taking the shots and hitting them back really hard. And he doesn't care about civilians, collateral damage. They're both like flying in the air, throwing each other through buildings. Invincible like brings Conquest all the way up into space at one point. Like, holy shit. At one point in time, I was like, this is like a Dragon Ball Z fight, like Goku and Vegeta going at it. They're both in the air flying. Power levels are higher than 9,000. Like, this is the finale I've been waiting for. The fight is epic. Blood is flying, fists and knees are going. Conquest is like a very chatty guy as he's killing Mark. He's like murdering civilians. At one point, he grabs Mark, holds him in front of him like a shield, and just starts smushing through civilians, like flying at a super high rate, barreling into people, blowing them up, killing thousands. Like, holy cow, this guy is crazy. And don't get me wrong, Invincible gets his moments in her. He's getting some hits, he gets some kicks and some knees of his own. He's doing some damage, but geez, man, right out the gate, like, I'm like, he's gonna kill Mark. He's gonna kill everyone. It doesn't matter how many Guardians of the Globe are left. They're dead. They're not gonna be able to stop this guy. And at one point, it looks like Mark is actually going to die. Like, he's literally getting beat down so bad. I'm like, what are they just gonna end this on season 3? What are we doing here? And then his little brother Oliver sees it on the TV. He's like, I have to go help. And in my mind, I'm like, God, no, Oliver, don't do it, bro. This shit is not going to go your way. This guy is crazy. So he does go to help, though, and his mom gives him advice, like, stay on the outside and be fast. Holy, what a mistake. As soon as he shows up, he gets like a half-decent hit on Conquest. He's like, come on, Mark, let's team up together. We're going to get him. And then Mark's looking at him like, please, God, no. Ollie, run. You need to go right now. And then Conquest just smashes Invincible through some buildings. Then Ollie tries to attack Conquest and just gets beat down, slammed into the ground, just gets his face cracked in. He punches him so hard that Oliver's like spitting teeth out on the ground. I was like, no, please don't kill him. But then Conquest gets over to him, picks him up in the air, and he's like, I'm just going to rip you in half. And he starts tearing him in half slowly and starts describing it like, first your muscles will go, then your skin. I was like,
you feel your body starting to rip.
No, God, no, please don't kill Oliver. We just lost Rex, not Oliver too. But Invincible gets up like just in time to like, boom, kind of knock Conquest away from him. And luckily Cecil shows up because holy shit, I thought Oliver was going to die. Like, it really looked like he was going down. Like, this Conquest guy doesn't give up, doesn't even miss a beat. And Invincible hits him. He turns around, right back to fighting Invincible. Like, it's savage. He breaks one of Invincible's hands at one point, and a bone is sticking out. Like, it is savage. And they start going at it again. And Invincible's he's using all of his power, all of his 30% stronger and faster, whatever. He's giving it his all, but Conquest is just ready for it, takes it all and hits him back even harder. And then we get to, like another crazy moment in the episode. The lovely and powerful Eve is waking up. She's got a busted up leg and she's been out for about a week and she doesn't know what's going on. Is Mark okay? What's happening? Let me tell you, girl, Mark's not okay. There's this guy named Conquest. So she sees what's going on the TV. She's like, I'm going to go help. And they're all like, really? You don't want to go do that? You're not at full strength. And that guy is not someone you want to mess with. Even as Cecil's watching on the screen, he's like, can we even do anything? Like who's left after the Invincible War? Like gather who we can. Like, can we actually stop this guy? And Eve is like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to fight him. Oh, and on a side note, remember I mentioned last time, are they going to make Reanimate out of the old marks? Yes, they are. You see the bodies of the marks from the Invincible War getting set up with the Reanimate. The doctor's working on them there. She's just like, get them done as fast as you can. He's like, this is going to take a couple weeks. Their skin doesn't exactly peel off. We're having to invent things to make these. So really cool, but it looks like help might be on the way, but not fast enough. So Eve's like, well, I gotta go. So she flies up and she's like, I'm gonna go have a go at Conquest too. Holy crap, what a mistake. So Eve shows up into the battle, casting her like little pink walls and like doing the antimatter thing. She even makes the air heavier around Conquest at one time to slow him down. But Mark gets up, he's trying to fight. Conquest breaks his leg too. At one point, a bone is sticking out from that. Like, my God. So as they're fighting, like he's like begging Eve. Invincible's like, he looks at Eve and he's like, just leave. Please leave. You can't do anything here. She's like, I'm powerful. I'm going to help. So she does a pretty good job, actually. I got to say, for all 3 seasons, this is the best I've seen Eve look. She almost looks like Green Lantern, making big hammers, swinging them around and stuff like that. She makes a bunch of cool different constructs to attack him with, like I said, like hammers, spikes, like big bows and stuff like that. But she's starting to get tired, and Conquest even says, I may be old, but I can hear you starting to breathe heavy. How long can you keep this up? And I was like, oh my God, please no. Don't let this guy get to you, Eve. Stay back, keep shooting. Maybe run, girl. Maybe run. But she keeps fighting because she knows Marks needs help. Like, he's not going to be able to beat this guy. And Conquest starts pounding through the walls and like, in one of the scariest moments since Duplicate got killed in the other episode, he gets to her. And not only does he get to her, he punches her in the face. Half her face just explodes. It's gruesome looking. And then he's like, I got you now. Just punches a fist right through the middle of her. Intestines and everything go flying. I was like, no, Eve, no, don't die. Oh my God, Conquest is conquesting this planet and he's killing you. And he just throws her like down on the ground, like just letting the corpse fall. Mark gets back up, catches her, and he's like, oh my God, no, like Eve is dead. So then he starts a whole new fight against Conquest. Now he's like blood rage angry. And like he flies up and goes at because Conquest, for some reason, he's lost his right hand. It's like a big robot hand. Mark punches his good hand right through it, totally shatters the metal. I was like, yeah. And like busts Mark's hand up, a bone is sticking out and everything like that. But he still keeps hitting Conquest, kicking him and going at him because he's just so mad. But eventually he starts to tire out, and Conquest is like, getting angry doesn't make you stronger. And I was like, oh no, what the hell? Like, will nothing stop this guy? And the answer is pretty much yes, nothing will stop this guy. All of a sudden then, even with one arm and everything, he starts beating the hell out of Mark, gets him down. And it's so epic. At one point, he like puts his face, goes down right next to Mark's face, and he's like, I want you to know something. I'm lonely.
I am so lonely.
None of the other Viltrumites like me because of all the people I've killed and all my success. I'm a victim of my own success. I don't have any friends.
No one wants to be my friend. They think I am unstable.
I was like, what the hell is this going on? He's like, and I want you to take that to your grave. And he goes to like finish him. I was like, what the hell is happening? This guy is like so psycho.
Stop it. Get some help.
It was pretty crazy though to hear Conquest just be like, yeah, man, I'm lonely and none of the other Viltrumites like me. I was like, yeah, I don't like you either, probably because of this. And out of nowhere, I thought Eve was dead, but she's totally not. Apparently there's some kind of mental blocks on her power, and that's why she can't use like the matter changing on living things. But because she was about to die, those mental blocks are removed, and she revives herself, gets up, and she casts this crazy pink powerful beam and just blast Conquest. He's like getting hit with it. All of his skin melts off and like all of his suit comes off. He's like, ah, I'm like, what the hell? Nothing will kill this guy. All of his skin and everything gone, and she passes out. And Conquest is still not down. This guy's like, yeah, I still got enough left to finish. I was like, what? How do you have anything left? What the hell is it going to take for this guy? Well, I'll tell you what it takes. Crazy Mark. He touched her! he goes savage at one point in the fight. He just starts biting Conquest, like bites a big piece of his shoulder off, like pow, like Evander Holyfield losing his ear to Mike Tyson. Invincible's Mike Tyson taking a chomp out of his shoulder, everything. And even at one point, Conquest is like, "All right, I'm starting to get impressed with you here," and he finally gets him down, and he just starts smashing his face. His it's just a headbutt death. He just keeps splattering into Conquest's head till it almost looks like Angstrom Levy in season 2. Just headbutt after headbutt after headbutt because he does not want this guy to get up. Nobody does. This is like Conquest is literally a world level threat. He will kill them all. Like I said, at one point, he was just flying Invincible through crowds and using him as a blunt instrument to kill people. Like it was insane. Like villains come and villains go, but Conquest is forever. So finally, after all the death, destruction, being thrown through skyscrapers, and just going to war, Conquest finally looks like he's done. Like, his head is splattered. He's not moving anymore. Mark crawls over to Eve. She's like naked. She's like, "Am I naked?" Pretty cool, too. They get a scene later on where she explains how she regenerates and has that mental block put on her in the womb. And then she takes off her shirt, looks at Mark like, "You ready to go?" Mark's having a look like, "Well, looks like these have been atomized and upgraded." But yeah, now that the most epic fight in Invincible's 3-season run is over, everyone seems like they're kind of safe. And it's hilarious because help shows up right after the fight's over. Cecil teleports in with a whole bunch of whoever's left of the Guardians of the Globe. And I don't blame them. They had to wait till they had at least that many people because Conquest, he'd just be killing them all. He would just grab them all, smush their heads, and kill them or whatever. So it's good they didn't show up till late. So, but then you get a bunch of, so that's kind of the end of that big fight. And you see kind of just the rest of it sort of peters out. We get some really cool, you see Battle Beast up in space getting picked up by a ship. He's going to be back. I love that guy. Then we get some other scenes. Like we actually see we totally get to see that those, the Sequids or whatever are back from season 2, like those brain guys. Remember they came with Shapesmith or whatever, Ben Schwartz from space. So I guess they're not done yet. They're down in the sewers. Looks like they're going to be coming back, and Battle Beast's going to be coming back. So some new challenges. We also do get to find out that Mark says he's now going to be killing. We're going to get the killer Invincible. He realizes he was wrong not to take these guys out when he had the chance. He should have done that. His brother was right. So going forward, that's who's going to be. Killer Invincible. So, and then you hear Cecil saying the reanimant. I guess they're the reanimant Invincible, man. Yeah, that's right. Reanimant Invincible. I just made that up probably. But they're going to be coming in soon, and he wants them rushed even further because he's like, look how strong this guy was. And Cecil does, in my opinion, the dumbest move I've seen in all 3 seasons. Mark wants to see the body to Conquest, so Cecil shows it to him, but apparently Conquest is not dead. Cecil's keeping him like deep under the ground, and what a moron. I cannot believe it. He's like, "Oh, when he comes alive, we're going to figure out how to defeat the Viltrumite Empire." Yeah, here's how you defeat them. Don't leave them alive when they get to your planet and you take them down. His head was smushed. Blow it up more. Rip it off. Throw it into space. Like, don't let him reanimate or heal whatever he's going to do. Like, what an idiot. I couldn't believe that. Also, in one of the other after credit scene, we get a little callback. Damien Darklord, Clancy Brown from season 1. Remember, he was looking into Omni-Man, and then Cecil tricked him, sent him back to hell. Well, you see, he's talking to the Dark Lord, voiced by Bruce Campbell, and he says, "We're going to get back up there. There's a guy up there with so much power and a black heart. How are we going to do it? We're going to bring him to hell." I really hope that means they're bringing Conquest down there. They never go down into hell with Damien Darklord in the comics, so maybe they're going to go in there here. They've been doing some things different. A lot of the changes I like. A lot of them I feel like they're probably just doing to make it a little bit more exciting for the TV, but overall, this episode was like literally awesome. Just crazy awesome. So much wicked action. I love the fight between Conquest. There's real stakes. This guy's going to kill the whole planet, and he kills a lot of the planet. It looks like Invincible's overmatched. Because of the Invincible War, he doesn't have any help. His brother almost gets torn apart. Eve looks like she gets murdered. Like, wow, holy crap, this is the way to end the season. I want more right now. I've heard they've already got it in the can. It's going to be coming out like in February 2026. But yes, more Invincible, please. This was just an amazing episode and a great cap off to this season. And with that episode in the bag, that's the end of Invincible Season 3. And I gotta say, what Kirkman and Prime put together here is awesome. I know some people don't love the animation. I love the animation. I think they did a really, really good job. I'm super happy with some of the changes. We got to see Omnivincible in the other episode. We're going to get to see the reanimate Invincibles coming in. But we saw some really cool villains like the Underground guys, the Quake Master at the beginning. We saw some high stakes in the Invincible War. We saw a lot of deaths. New people coming in, people going out. We saw the reanimate take a bigger part to fight with Invincible. Now we know that that guy's not dead. This season had a lot. Each episode felt like it was a mini movie. Some of the little side quests and stories that Invincible does could fill out entire shows. Like these graphic novels do a great job, but seeing them on the screen like this is just it's something else. It's really something else. If you like animated shows or you've even read the Invincible comic, this season is for you. All the seasons are for you, but this one's awesome. I really liked it. Like, other than a few things here and there, I thought all the episodes were really, really strong. The fight scenes were great. There's no shortage of action, and the story has heartfelt moments. There's deaths like Rex explodes and a few others. You really feel them. There's crazy moments where like Mark is in love and he's changing his whole life. You get his brother Oliver coming into his own in this one a little bit more. Eve is becoming more powerful than ever, and you see the whole relationship with Cecil. We got some of his backstory, and Donald, his his cohort there. We get some of his. You see some of Omni Man and Alan. Now we didn't get a lot of them this season, so if they're coming back next year, I want some more of those guys. I want to know what they're up to and where they're going. But overall, this has just been a fantastic season. I would give this probably, I don't know, a 9 out of 10 on the odometer. It's hard to go any lower than that. I was almost going to go higher, like maybe 9.2 on the odometer, because honestly, I'm hard pressed to find complaints. This season and this show is fantastic. Make sure you take the time to go check it out. And thanks so much for watching my reviews. I really, really appreciate that. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share the video out there. And remember, everybody, stay out of trouble.